Ohio's governor is creating a task force to address racial differences in infant mortality.
And a new report shows the infant mortality rate is at about 7% for all races. But for black infants, it's more than double.
Infant mortality has been talked about for a long time, so why is this still an issue?
Well, Derek, one Youngstown nurse practitioner says the only way to change this is some very honest conversations.
People are going to have to answer to why it's not getting better. Systemic racism is real. And this is one of the many faces of it.
Mahoning is one of the top 9 counties in the state with the highest rate of race disparity in infant mortality.
Some people don't want that conversation to take place, but the conversation has to, because we're not doing any better.
Carol Holmes is a nurse practitioner in Youngstown who sees it firsthand. She says one major issue, lack of transportation to health care.
I think the community's trying to close that gap, but I think we have to do better.
Because of roadblocks, this creates a major lack of education.
These are people who are on their second or third child and were never taught, like, you need to watch out for the blood pressure when you start to get edema.
It wasn't too long ago she witnessed another woman lose her baby because of it.
She was at 6 months. She was like, well, my baby hasn't moved since 16 hours or so. And I said, no, you should count your baby movements. She said, well, no one ever told me that. No one ever told me that. And unfortunately, she ended up having a stillborn.
She says it boils down to systemic racism, something community leaders, doctors, and all people alike need to talk about.
People bring their bias sometimes into treatment of certain people, and no one wants to talk about it.
She says although the state as a whole has seen a slight decline in infant deaths these past 3 years, Mahoning County has seen an increase in deaths in the last couple years. To read more about this story, head to our 21 News app or WFMJ.com.